GMV max score, so this way your product, luxury pet product, gets pushed by TikTok. So guys, as you know, the criteria for you to get pushed, you really need to have a spicy product and have to make close to $1,500 in the first 7 days. And the more people buy your product, the easier it's going to be for TikTok shop to push you. And of course, guys, to do that, you need to do a couple of things. I did prescribe to you what needs to be done in my previous workshops. That is just I don't know if you guys have had a chance to look into it, but basically what I described is using several Freedom Fusion automations to to increase your chances of getting your luxury pet product being pushed by TikTok GMV algorithm, so GMV max score. And I wanted to describe to you both sides, the UGC affiliate kind of side, TikTok shop affiliate side, and I wanted to describe to you the brand side. So since our talent agency's focus is to increase our own GMV max score for our own luxury pet brand, it's very important that we do so. Therefore, all of those automations that we whipped out, Freedom Fusion automations, we whipped them out specifically to address the problem of our products not getting pushed through GMV max score on TikTok. We wanted to figure out a better way to push them. And of course, guys, the way it worked for us is really simple. We started whipping out automations, Freedom Fusion automations, that increased our score, GMV max score, meaning our products are being pushed. And of course, guys, some of you will say, well, how do I do that? And can I better understand this? Like, if I have a luxury pet brand, how can I make sure that it gets pushed by TikTok? And also we have UGC creators asking the same questions. How do we do that? And of course, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and answer that for you. But basically, all you need to do is make sure that whatever the GMV max score that you're cooking up and stirring up the pot, you are constantly increasing engagement on your videos. So to kind of break it down for you, like, it's a little bit kind of, in order for you to understand it, it's going to feel like almost getting a little microsurgery in your brain, trying to figure it out both sides, the UGC affiliate side and the brand owner side. But that's the best way to kind of understand how to pull this off, guys. And I haven't really seen, hello guys, I haven't really seen anybody kind of describing both sides of the puzzle. Mostly you're going to see content on the internet that talks about just kind of TikTok shop affiliates and what they got to do to increase GMV max score. Like, I mean, well, what can they do with, how can they work with brands that make sense for them? And everybody constantly talking about GMV max score, but many of those affiliates not really seeing the other side of the puzzle. So here's what many affiliates, and to kind of help you better understand both sides of the puzzle, I'm going to describe to you what is being taught by many TikTok gurus in those TikTok shop affiliate coaching programs. And then I'm going to describe what we're doing it for our talent agency, how we're doing this for our talent agency, how we are getting our UGC creators to promote our products, and how we are spicing up GMV max score, and how do we help brands achieve greater score. And by seeing and kind of understanding the whole thing from multi-angular perspective, is going to be a lot easier for you to understand what the score is all about. Now, keep something in mind. There is some algorithmic shenanigans that are going on the TikTok side of things when it comes to boosting your GMV, when it comes to boosting your product. And keep something in mind, when you boost your product, when your product gets pushed through GMV max score, it's like getting bonus points. It's literally like you're going to be getting so much better margin for your product. It's sort of equivalent like the free money that you get from TikTok whenever they give people coupons. So this way it's cheaper for people to buy your product, yet at the same time you still get the same price. It's kind of the same thing. Think of having your brand being pushed through GMV max score as equivalent to like getting extra 30% extra of revenue for your products being sold. So now that you guys understand the importance of the GMV max score, now the question is, how do you spice it up? How do you do that? What do the UGC creators do to do this, and how do they do that manually, and how you could do the same thing manually if you were to, let's say, promote another luxury pet product brand, or maybe another TikTok brand, whatever the case may be. How can you use the information that I'm about to provide to you for your advantage? And of course, we typically don't provide this information openly, guys. We typically charge brands consulting fee for this advice for how to increase your GMV max score. But I'm gonna go ahead and spill the tea and give you guys the tea, so this way you use it and increase the score and finally hit the ground running. And hello guys, hello, thank you for joining and allocating a little bit of your time. I figured I'd just spill the tea. And you're getting the tea from combination, like, first of all, what kind of tea are you getting? You're getting, in our particular case, guys, we obviously want to make sure that UGC creators that we work with, they promote our brands. And not only do we want to make sure that they promote our brands correctly, we also want to make sure that they promote our clients, our luxury clientele brands correctly as well. So it's in our interest to understand the mechanics of GMV max score when it comes to promoting products on TikTok shop. So many people out there, they kind of have singular angle of like, how do I squabble up together with the brand that is being promoted, that is being pushed on GMV. And that's kind of the angle as far as UGC creators go. They never really ask, like, wait a second, what if I promote a brand that is like not really being pushed through GMV max score? Will I get punished? And like, why should I be promoting UGC? Why should I be promoting brand that is being pushed through GMV? Like, how come I can't just like promote another brand that is not being pushed through GMV? Why is it that a lot of UGC creators pay close attention to that, and not the other way around? The reason why it's simple, guys. The reason why is because UGC creators want to make money. They want to pick a brand that's producing results. If the brand is not producing results, they're going to be, it's sort of like they're going to be biased to that. It's sort of like looking at the video, and if it doesn't have a lot of views, you automatically kind of, in the back of your mind, you say, oh, it doesn't have a lot of views, I'm not going to do this, and I'm not going to promote this brand because there's a little chance that I'm going to make any sales. So now you kind of understand the idea behind the affiliate, the TikTok shop affiliate. Obviously, they want to make sure that they're squabbling up with a brand that's making sales and that is being pushed and promoted through TikTok. So this way, TikTok shop affiliates get extra bonus points and make more commission, etc., etc. But how do you do that? How do you actually spice up the GMV max score? How do you stir up the pot? There's a couple of engagement metrics that TikTok is looking for, specifically when it comes to selling any kind of products. Let's say you're a brand and you're trying to sell a product, and you have a bunch of UGC creators who are doing this work for you, trying to use your brand products, create a bunch of videos and promote your brand. And obviously, guys, if you want your UGC creators to succeed, you kind of have to understand, like, first of all, number one, why would they want to promote your content? If your content, if your product doesn't have the instant factor, doesn't have like all those different viral factors that seasonal, viral, there's many other factors that I described, guys, in my previous workshops for how to pick a winning product. The entire GMV max score is factored in directly into your life cycle, into your product life cycle as a brand owner. If you are the brand owner, if you're luxury feudal lord, you have to remember that the GMV max score is calculated like based on how many people buy that product. If you can produce sales quickly, it's going to be pushing you quickly. But for you to succeed and get your products being pushed quickly, it's a function of combination of both. How well you stand out in front of your UGC creators, how well can you convince your UGC creators that your product is fire, and how well is it being sold by those UGC creators. Now, let me go ahead and break it down and try to explain to you, like, why would UGC creators pick you if you follow the following steps. Those steps, brands come to us, they ask for consulting, we provide that consulting, we charge them money for this advice, guys. Our rate is $295 an hour. This is the rate. So right now, you guys getting the tea from the very same clients, luxury clients that I have conversations with, the same tea that you're getting right now from me. You're getting I'm also providing that same tea for those luxury pet brand owners, except the only difference is when I communicate with them, they're enrolled in the Feudal Incubator, custom coaching program, and all sorts of other things they get, like Freedom Fusion System CRM, all sorts of Freedom Fusion automations, and of course encouragement and accountability and support for growing their luxury pet store, etc. But we also provide consulting hours. Consulting hours are $295 per hour, and we offer 20 hours package, so you could buy like 20 hours package for consulting. And what we do, we help you spice up your GMV max score. So we provide actionable consulting advice, and that advice those brands follow, and of course it works for them. It does really good job for them because they make money. Every dollar is totally worth it. Sometimes brands pick to work with us based on combination of a retainer and commission. Sometimes they pick our UGC creators to work for them, and we place our UGC creators on retainer, and of course the UGC creators make extra money on a monthly basis plus commission. And of course our agency fee gets factored into all of this. And of course it's in our interest to make sure that our UGC creators spawning money, because if they don't make money, we don't really make more money, and we want to make more money. So therefore it makes total sense for us to operationalize our UGC creators and hand them off to those brands. So this way brands be like, I bet we got a couple of fire looking UGC creators that understand the mechanics behind the GMV max score and how to push it. Now this is something not so easily explained to creators, to UGC creators. Many UGC creators they don't understand the algorithms. So what we do, we take those algorithms and we infuse them directly into our Freedom Fusion automations. So this way UGC creators are being infused information while those UGC creators on the go, and getting actionable advice. And not just actionable advice, but literally like you whip out an automation and it just guides you what to do, how to boost the product, how to make sure that it has greater chances of being pushed through GMV max score. And of course, to do that, there's certain automations that we whipped out. One of our latest automation is BioSpice Social Blaster. This is one of the Freedom Fusion automations that we supply to our UGC creators that we manage. And of course, guys, this automation is also available to you guys, but we also have more than just BioSpice Social Blaster. We have another automation that is in the works. It's called Stirring Up the Pot. There's certain set of activities that we're doing, guys. While you're sitting outside the girl's house, what's your favorite band? My favorite band is, you know what, the one that I'm posting, Father of Peace. the one in my short form videos, guys. By the way, if you haven't seen some of my short form videos, check them out, guys. They're kind of fire. And from time to time I post some really interesting stuff. I'm super excited that you guys are here and learning exponentially faster. And of course, some of you guys who are picking up those skills, quickly utilizing our automations to promote your products. And of course, you are saving yourself incredible amount of time. Sometimes I just like to tell people, hey guys, look, when you start doing this, you could really, like, if you're a powerful UGC creator, then you could save incredible amount of time with those automations. Plus increase the chances for a brand to do better and pump up their kind of a GMV score. But to do that, you need several iPhones, and you need to be using Freedom Fusion automations. And the way our Stirring Up the Pot automation works is you basically start off with promoting content across 2 iPhones. So, and when you promote content, there's entire workflow. You post a video, we have automations automatically whip out a teleprompter app. So this way you don't really have to think anything about like what to create, how to create content. All of this, the actual marketing angles and what you're supposed to say and how gets injected directly into an iPhone, and you will see like a bunch of pop-ups popping up like a little shortcut, and it will guide you through the process of what to do, how to create it. And if you are like one of the UGC creators who went through our Feudal Incubators and learned how to like promote brands, it's gonna help you increase your chances even more of selling products for other brands. And of course, brands love that, and brands kind of don't really want to teach anybody, but neither do they really want to, they don't really want to, how should I say it? Like, there's certain coaching programs out there that that kind of give brands better capabilities. They tell brands, okay guys, look, we're going to hook you up with fire UGC creators, and we train them. Trust me, you're going to get really good results. But brands don't trust such agency. They want to see agencies being brands themselves, and they want to see actionable Freedom Fusion automations that could be injected directly into UGC creators workflow lifecycle, and without, so this way brands do not have to feel like a process prisoner trying to explain all the marketing angles or anything like this. None of that is needed, other than, of course, when we work with UGC creators, we provide them the necessary pills of freedom. They pop those pills of freedom, they get stronger with their mental abilities to generate content. And I mean, you guys seen what happened with my content. It got picked up by Pepsi, billion-dollar company. It was absolutely crazy. So obviously those skills almost impossible to kind of just learn. So we kind of give up with those skills. Instead, we just operationalize what works inside of those Freedom Fusion automations, and we hand them off like hotcakes to UGC creators, but not just random UGC creators, but the ones that we manage, the ones that went through our Feudal Incubator custom coaching program. And of course, we also help them get connected with brands. So this way they get better brand deals, get a retainer, that kind of stuff. And of course, guys, going back to UGC score and going back to the score automations and how it works, basically, TikTok loves when you can create controversial content, when you can create content that stirs up the pot. And one of our latest automations that we whipped out, steering up the pot automation. This one is absolutely insane, because what it does precisely that. It makes you, the UGC creator, in charge of steering up that pot, and increases. So it starts off with you just creating a video. And of course, brand will inject directly into your iPhone an actual product video script. So this way you don't have to think like, oh, what am I gonna, like, this way you don't have to do anything, like doing anything crazy, like trying to figure it out what to say, how to say it. No, none of that. Brands already know that, what to say. We provide separate training for them, and they inject what you need to say directly into your iPhones. So this way you get a bunch of pop-ups saying, hey, you know what, today you're going to be creating a video about this pet brush that is absolutely fire. Here's a script, and boom, you have everything popping up in front of your phone automatically, meaning like the app, Freedom Fusion automation guides you and pops up teleprompter app, and it injects all the content directly for you. So this way you could just paste it directly into teleprompter, and then just start whipping out the video and creating the content. And of course, guys, by doing that, you reduce your overall stress. And of course, if you do that, you will increase the GMV max score for a couple of reasons. Number one, simply because the marketing angles have already been picked for you. Brands know those marketing angles because they have they're really like, it's their bread and butter for them to sell, to make those sales. So they understand the marketing angles, and they also themselves create content. And during the phase of creating content, they figured out those marketing angles. And of course, there's many of them, but what we do, we operationalize the process for figuring out those marketing angles even before they go live with their product. So this way they know that they know if it's a good deal or not good deal, because that's the worst, when you're trying to, get like 1,000 pet brushes and then end up not selling anything because because you didn't do any research or anything like this. So what we do, we create as part of our ratings division, we create we do the research. We use all sorts of AI bots to operationalize the whole process of figuring out the winning product and maximizing the chances of GMV score going up from the inception, from the product life cycle, initial product launch life cycle. So versus kind of just YOLOing and kind of going with a random product, what we do actual research, and that research gets embedded directly into the brand viral script videos that they pass on to you. So this whole process is seamless. We provide the research, we provide the suppliers, Chinese suppliers. We help moms over 40, luxury pet brand moms over 40, pick the correct product, and we help them with differentiation of that product. We connect them with different types of inventors and suppliers and supply chain agents, sourcing agents that can maximize the chances of your GMVs of your TikTok shop video being spiced up with a GMV score, simply because it's just going to have greater chance of like beating other people. Why? Because what we do as part of the rating process, we look specifically at reviews. So we have a bunch of bots that are like running around checking for reviews across Amazon, across all sorts of socials, and come back and create concrete product description for what needs to be done for the actual brand owner. And what the brand owner is given, they're given actionable product kind of variations that they can inject into the physical product itself. So this way it has greater chances of being sold and greater chance for them to compete, and simply by differentiating the product, but introducing the minimum differentiating factors into the product. So this way they don't end up kind of losing their shirt, overspending and that kind of stuff. So guys, there's many different complexities here, but the way the UGC creators work with those automations is very simple. They go ahead, they get injection into their iPhone from a centralized portal, Freedom Fusion System CRM, which is basically we help brands get set up with Freedom Fusion System CRM, and of course we provide training for them. But basically, brands can control what kind of information they can infuse into your content. So when you receive that content, what's going to happen is you're going to be creating a video. Everything is popping up on your phone, saying, okay, create this video, create that video. You create, bad. You just follow prescriptive recommendation. And then, yeah, you create like a video of a dog, to create a product of like before and after, that kind of stuff. We make sure that you have the correct templates for this, and make sure that you have the correct prompts popping up. So this way, when you are ready to promote, you create a video, yeah, you blast that video, and then we have a bunch of automations that are popping up on both of your phones. What we did, we designed an automation, the steering up your pot automation, that makes it easy for you to go ahead and find some of those viral comments that are steering up the pot, and basically copy those comments from another phone into your video that you managed to create and spice up based on those winning viral angles. And I haven't seen anybody who was able to successfully pull anything remotely even close to that, guys. Most of the time you see TikTok shop gurus explaining to you the mechanics, but your brain simply cannot process the mechanics. It's just not ready to handle all of this information, including how to increase the GMV max score, because it's a variable based scoring system, and it's not but the way you will the way you will increase your chances of hitting that GMV max score is if you stir up the pot with those comments, generate more comments. And of course, there's many different engagement mechanisms. This is just one of the engagement mechanisms that we use in combination with warming up the accounts. So the whole concept of warming up the accounts and all that other stuff that you're being taught in schools, in like some of those TikTok shop schools, you personally, guys, your brain is not able to comprehend this, or it is able to comprehend it, but you cannot repeat it consistently without elevating your stress levels. So what we do, we remove those stress levels by showing you prescriptive recommendations that literally just guide you what to click on your iPhone. So this way you consistently can warm up your account, because when you warm up your account, you could your videos get categorized by TikTok. Otherwise, your TikTok videos don't get categorized. If you ghost and post, you only get like 1 or 2 views, and of course you have pretty much zero chance of making money. Now, keep something in mind, TikTok shop videos are different from just regular videos. With TikTok shop videos, if you have a TikTok shop account and let's say you're affiliate, you're pushing things for a TikTok shop brand, and you are selling and you're trying to like market a product, keep something in mind. If that product gets sold, TikTok shop will push you. But the only way people will buy your product initially, what you need to do, you need to inject reasoning through the beginning of your product lifecycle and intermediate product lifecycle, meaning when you launch the product, when the product is being shipped to the fulfillment center and TikTok shop, facilities. There's also a bunch of other strategies that kick in that constantly get that GMV score spiced up. And now, like what I mean by that, couple of mechanisms exist to increase the GMV max score. Number one mechanism is definitely making sure that you are creating opportunities for other people to buy directly from your TikTok shop account. So what that means, guys, is simple. When you are doing that, when you're creating your brand, just kind of remember that GMV max score is one of those interesting things that it's either you get it or you don't get it. It's just like, it's a good way for you to make money if you understand it. But me trying to explain it to you is almost next to impossible, guys. So what I did is I just operationalized it for you directly inside of automations. So this way you don't have to really learn it. It's just let's just put it this way. It's a bunch of automations. You gotta have 2 iPhones, and you could steer up. And I have one automation called BioSpy Social Blaster, and another one is called steering up your pot. What you do, you want to create controversy on TikTok, and you want to do this by injecting other people's comments from similar videos into your video that you post on TikTok. As soon as you do that, trust me, guys, you're going to get that GMV score, a greater chance of firing up your GMV score and getting your products pushed. Now, keep something in mind, guys, this is not for every